Here to help break down disappearing political migration, former Biden surrogate Kevin Wallen and Tomi Lahren with her new show on Outkick. Tomi Lahren is fearless. Tomi, I promise I'm going to keep my promise of coming there so you can give me some relationship advice.
I want to come too.
You're going to come too, Kevin? We'll make it a party. So, Kevin, I want to go to you first. These are folks in Austin. Austin is very liberal. A lot of people fleeing California and New York, and they're doing it because of the policies there. Should Dems be concerned about that?
Yeah, Lawrence, it's a good question. Listen, I think it's part policy related, but I also think it's coming out of this pandemic where so many Americans are realizing that they can oftentimes work from wherever. And why be in downtown in a city when you can live by a beach or by great barbecue or great music like in Austin? So I think this is more of the great reshuffling that we're seeing as a result of COVID-19, people leaving their works, changing their line of works completely, and realizing that oftentimes they can work from anywhere. And why not be where there's, like I said, great barbecue, great people, like you talk to the folks in Austin, and why be, in a hot city right now, downtown, when you can be by the water?
So, Tomi, Kevin says that it's barbecue and COVID. What say you?
No, because if people want to be in a beautiful place, they would be fleeing to California. It's 100% the policies, and it's the Democrat policies that people are fleeing from. Where I agree with Kevin is that during the pandemic, people realized that they shouldn't be locked down, they shouldn't be infringed upon, so they moved to the great red states that had freedom and that had reopening economies. So that is definitely true, but people are fleeing to places that have that key word, which is freedom. There are a lot of wonderful liberal states that have natural resources, that have beaches, that have mountains, wonderful things to offer. Unfortunately, the politicians are not offering them what they want. We're here in the great state of Tennessee. I fled from California to Tennessee. A lot of Californians come into Tennessee, but as you saw in Austin, Lawrence, this is what I'm worried about. You see a lot of liberals fleeing to blue cities within red states. Now, they love being in a liberal city because they get to take advantage of the tax policies of the red state. But are they going to vote with that blue city mentality? That is what concerns me and a lot of other Tennesseans.
So, Kevin, you see a lot of shifting of the party, but to Tommy's point, why come to a state if you're going to bring the policies there to a freedom-loving state?
Well, listen, we live in the greatest country in the world, as we oftentimes agree about, Lawrence, and folks are welcome to move wherever, and to, if they feel so inclined, to change dynamics of the place that they're living. I think it's actually a great thing, number one, because, we have great conversations on your show, Republicans, Democrats, everyone in between. And I actually love the idea that people are moving and moving around this country and taking their value set and bringing it to a different place. So we're breaking down, hopefully, some of these silos that have been in place for so long, where you've seen Democrats migrating to cities, where you've seen Republicans migrating to rural areas and suburban areas. And if that is in flux, I think that is actually a good thing for this country. Hopefully we'll have more purple states as a result of that, where actually people have to campaign on a set of ideas and values and make the case to the voters, so it's not just a bunch of red states and blue states.
Tomi, you're not feeling that, are you?
No, speak for yourself, Kevin. When we're here in Tennessee, we do not want...
You're safe in Tennessee, Tomi. No one's going to change Tennessee.
No, listen, they're doing their best to change it. Texas is very much the same way. Dallas has changed so much. Obviously, Nashville is a very different place within a red state, but a blue city. It's not bad to have values and ideas and convictions and to bring those with you. But if you're fleeing your state because it had failed policies, to come to a new state and bring those values and those policies with you is absolutely moronic. There is a reason why you left. Remember that reason, and don't mess up our red states. Do not California my Tennessee, Kevin.
And definitely don't do that to my
We're coming, Tomi. We're coming.
Listen, I appreciate you guys. I always love a civil debate on Cross Country. Y'all welcome back anytime. Thank y'all so much. Tomi, I keep my promises.
Thanks,
I'll
Lawrence.
see you soon.
Let's do it. Thanks, Lawrence.
So to see more about how Republican leaders have helped their states recover from the last 2 years of COVID-induced turmoil while liberal states continue to struggle, tune into our Red States Recovery Series. That's going to be starting this Tuesday on Fox and Friends. I'll be here to give you an in-depth analysis on which policies are helping and which are hurting the American people. You don't want to miss that.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.